there are very few people in business you can trust without a piece of paper.
A man used to be worth his word. A man used to be able to stand on a handshake.
When you work with Chris, you work on a handshake, at least we did.
He was teaching some real estate classes or something at San Antonio College. And he had a deal that he had offered every single student in his class. And he said, you bring the deal, I'll put up the money, you work the deal and turn around and sell it, and we'll split it. And he made that offer to every single person that came into his class, and nobody took him up on it. And I said, well, shoot, I'll take you up on it. And so we ended up doing our first deal.
Turned it, sold it for $255,000. So that was a pretty good deal. I think we made a total of about $50,000 after repairs, and split it, moved on, and there was never a piece of paper.
So that was the original genesis. Well, as you start making money together and you're looking for opportunities, we saw this opportunity to build 4 fourplexes.
The deal was we were going to build 4 fourplexes and rent them. They were about 1,125 square feet each, and rent them for a lot of money.
You never hear the highlight reel of the failures, right? We took the risk out of it. Arguably, we bought the land, we designed the buildings, we knew what the buildings were going to cost in construction because our contractor told us that. Of course, we didn't realize that the contractor took our money.
We ended up with 4 different contractors, all of them doing something stupid.
And it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
We ended up losing about $750,000, all told.
When you start a business venture with somebody else, we all think about the blue skies. We don't think about the 6-foot grave. What happens when this deal goes sour and it's a dead deal? If we knew how bad it was going to be, we would have taken our losses from the beginning. But you never know how bad it's going to be, so you keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Kind of have the same philosophy on life. Take care of each other and life will take care of itself.
We're sitting there looking at each other saying, well, what do we do? And we came up with, if you do the same thing you always did, you get what you always got. And that hasn't gotten us anywhere, so we're going to go somewhere else. And we went ahead and pulled the plug on the project. We are now in the lawsuit. About 5 years we've been in the middle of trying to squeeze this lemon. And so my question to him was, what would you be doing if we weren't sitting here paying thousands and thousands of dollars every single month to our attorneys? What's on your bucket list? What's left undone? And he thought about it, not for very long. He thought about it pretty briefly, and he said, I've always wanted to see the Great Wall of China. And I said, when are we going?
Kind of looked at him and I said, are you sure? He says, yeah, let's go to China.
Yeah, no, when we said we were going, there wasn't a question. I mean, think about how we do business.
And so we just decided to go and have a ball.
Think about this guy's life. He's a retired military officer who spent his career life providing safety for our country and providing for his family and providing, like he's a provider. That's what he thinks about. And so why wouldn't you want to know more from a man that comes from that kind of class and integrity?
When he decided we were going to China, he took care of everything. Laid on all the guides, laid on the cars, laid on the airfare, the whole thing. All he said was, when we get done, we'll settle up. He gave it to me as a gift.
It wasn't like an I'll make it up to you by taking you to China type deal. It was more of a putting a bow on a bag of shit that's finally downriver. That's what it was about.
I'm not sure there is anything to learn other than 2 guys went on a great trip, had a great time. We were friends before we left, we were friends when we got back.
I think it would be really beautiful if people knew that people are still good and you can still do good business with each other.